Hey guys, this is Brad from GW2guides.com. Today we are coming at you with a guide to leveling your chef from 1 to 400. This is the full guide. This is the quickest route that we could find. We did not do this with a booster, but if you were to do this with a booster, it'd probably speed up the time that you do this, obviously by 50% because that's what it increases by. But what we're going to do is we're going to go through each part. We have certain level brackets that we do and certain recipes that we're going to be crafting throughout the process, and we're going to sit here and show it to you. So, alright, so to start off with, for levels 1 through 40, you're going to want to do the balls of dough. It took about, I don't remember, it was like 100 or so of these, but anyway, it requires a jug of water, a bag of flour, and a stick of butter. Okay? And then for levels 40 to 75, you're going to want to do the bottle of simple dressing. And this just requires a jar of vegetable oil, a jar of vinegar, and a pile of salt and pepper. Okay, and then for the levels 75 through 115, you're going to want to do the bowl of rocks. I want to say that's how it's pronounced. I'm really not sure if that's how it's pronounced. We're going to pull it up here. Whoops. There we go. All that requires is a bag of flour and a stick of butter. And then from level 115 to 140, you're going to want to do the bowl of tangy saute mix. Man, I'm just so bad with clicking today. Okay, so that requires a jar of vegetable oil, shallot. Actually, we're on the fancy. Ha, okay. So it requires onion, head of garlic, jar of vegetable oil. Okay, and then from 140 to 165, you're going to want to do the pile of simple stew herbs. Okay, and this just requires a thyme leaf and a bay leaf. Alright, and then from 165 to 190, you're going to want to do the chocolate chip cookies. Oh, I can't type right now. Alright, you make 2 chocolate chip cookies each time you do this. All it requires is a ball of cookie dough and a chocolate bar. And remember, if you don't have these items, you can either craft them yourself, or you can go on the trading post to buy them. Most of them are usually fairly priced. For 190 through 215, you're going to want to do the bowl of grape pie filling to start off with. And it requires a bag of sugar, bag of starch, grape, and lemon. And now for this particular one, we want to do 2 different items. And the reason for that is because after you do so many of the grape pie fillings, you'll eventually notice that it'll turn either, I believe it's either green or gray over here, and that means you're going to get very much less experience for crafting that item, so you want to move on to a better item to do that. So once that becomes grayed out, or even just, it might even be orange. Yeah, it's orange. Now over here, you're going to want to switch over to doing the actual grape pies. And these require a ball of dough and a bowl of grape pie filling. And then you're going to eventually come up to a point where it's going to need to be changed again, and we're going to do the bowl of cherry pie filling. You only have to do a couple of those. And then for levels 215 to 240, you're going to want to actually make the cherry pies, which requires a ball of dough and a bowl of cherry pie filling. And then from level 240 to 260, you're going to want to do the chocolate oranges, which these are actually kind of helpful, by the way, because they do add a 28% magic find when you're under the effects of a boon. All they require is a chocolate bar and an orange. Okay, and then from levels 260 to 290, we're going to do the bowl of cauliflower saute. And this requires a head of cauliflower, a stick of butter, and a pile of salt and pepper. Okay, and then that one's going to eventually become grayed out, and you're just going to have to do just a couple of these, and it's going to be the bowl of pesto, which requires basil leaf, head of garlic, a pine nut, and a jar of vegetable oil. And then from levels 290 to 315, we're going to want to do the blackberry pie. Okay, and that requires the bowl of blackberry pie filling, stick of butter, and a ball of dough. Okay, and then from levels 315 to 330, you're going to want to do the roasted parsnip. This requires a parsnip, a jar of vegetable oil, and a pile of salt and pepper. And then from 330 to 350, you're going to want to do the bowl of poultry and leek soup. This requires a bowl of cream soup base, a slab of poultry meat, and a leek. Alright, and then from 350 to 375, you're going to want to do the spicier flank steak. And this just requires a slab of meat and a cayenne pepper. And then finally, for 375 to 400, to get the most experience possible, we recommend doing the peach pie. And that requires a bowl of peach pie filling and a ball of dough. And that's pretty much it, guys. That'll take you from levels 1 to 400. For us, it took us a couple days because we did this a little bit spread out, a little bit at a time. But for most people, if you want to just, pile drive this thing right on through, it can take just like a few hours if you just stick onto it and just keep doing it left and right the whole time. If you have enough gold to go ahead and buy all the ingredients that you need and just hammer through it, you can get done with it very, very quickly, especially if you use a crafting booster. You will also, depending on your level, if you're lower level, you're going to gain a ton of levels from this because you do gain extra experience for your actual character, not just your crafting when you do the cooking. For us, we went up about, I want to say about 13 or 14 levels just from doing this, from level 1 to 400. So that should tell you how much experience it actually gives you. There's some items that sometimes you'll end up getting, 20,000 or plus more experience just for crafting it. So this can really bump you up not only in just your chef, but also in your overall experience. But yeah, that's it, guys. It'll take you all the way up to the Master Chef level, as you see here, at level 400. And that's it. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. So if you like the video, be sure to leave a comment below or like it. And also be sure to subscribe because we do have more crafting guides coming out soon. We have guides to getting the vistas, the points of interest, and everything else. We'll have more build videos and everything coming up here soon. We've got a lot of content coming in the next couple weeks, so be sure and subscribe to hit us up, guys. Cheers!